Sales Nation, in today's video, I'm going to share how you can hit your sales targets easier by prospecting less. So you're going to learn how to uncover the key accounts that's going to knock massive, gaping sledgehammer size holes in your sales target, rather than just trying to gently chip away at it with small, crappy deals. Hi, I'm Will Barron, founder of Salesman.org, where we help salespeople who sell services crush their sales quotas. Right, so I get it. You've got a sales target hit, and the sooner that you manage to hit it, the better. Otherwise, you're going to be prolonging the pain and the stress and the lack of commission bonus. So with that said, then, let me ask you a question. Why do most salespeople spend their days chasing their tails? They're firing off hundreds, if not thousands, of spammy emails, and they're making dozens of cold calls with no real system in place to make sure that they're going to bag big deals. Because that's what we want to do. We don't want to do 5 million tiny deals. We want to do 2 or 3 big deals a year and crush our quota in one fell swoop. Is this what you're doing? Are you chipping away, or are you focused on getting bigger deals done? Because let me tell you this, from all the data that we have, small deals get you close to hitting your target, but it's the big deals that come in and blow your sales target to bits. So if you want to crush your quota, you need to be closing what we call key accounts. So let's first define what a key account approach to selling is. So over at Salesman.org, we define key account selling as a selling approach which offers strategic value to specific accounts whilst distinguishing you from the competition. So that begs the question, what the heck are strategic accounts, right? So let me use an analogy to explain this of all the people in your life. You've probably got hundreds and hundreds of acquaintances that you're more than happy to speak to every now and again. And perhaps you're happy to help them out if it's a job that's going to take 5 minutes or less. But there's unlikely a very few individuals, like for me, probably 4 or 5 people, a handful of people that I really would drop whatever I'm doing right now and sprint over to them to help them out. Now, these are the strategic people in your life. So using this analogy, I want you to think about the accounts in your portfolio or the account prospects that you're going after as living in a pyramid with 3 different levels. So the top level is going to be your strategic accounts, or otherwise known as your key accounts. This is what we really want to be targeting, right? Next, you've got your general customers, and these are people that are going to help you hit your target, but they're not going to blow it away. Beneath all this, we have we're going to call them the riff-raff. These are people who are going to suck your time, suck your energy, and not give you any revenue in return. And interestingly, if you round the numbers, I'm sure you'll find that this pyramid shape has a real inverse relationship with the revenue that each of these people bring in each year. So you'll find it like this, with this being revenue going up here. So key account will be providing a huge amount of your revenue, general customers somewhere in the middle, and then general riffraff not giving you any benefit at all for the time that you're spending with them. So this beautiful diagram shows you that you should go after at least a few key accounts per year, because closing these key accounts, from our experience over at Salesman.org, is the difference between crushing your quota and just tickling it and just about getting there. So that begs another question. How do I uncover the key accounts in my marketplace in the sea of crappy lead data that maybe you have access to? And the answer is simple. I want you to use what we call the key account matrix. Now, we go a lot deeper into all of this in our Sales Accelerator program over at Salesman.org, but I want to give you a real high level view of this in this video. So we're going to draw a very simple chart. Pretty simple, right? On one side, we're going to have up here potential revenue, and on the bottom axis, we're going to have relationship. So the relationship within the account. And then we're going to split this diagram into 4 separate segments, and each segment within this diagram is going to have a different label or a different name, so to speak. So in the top left segments, we're going to have selective. We have selective accounts. Then in the top right-hand quadrant, we're going to have strategic accounts. Then going below this, we're going to have maintenance. We have maintenance accounts, and then finally these are the individuals that we don't want to spend any time with. We're going to have avoid these bastards accounts. These are the individuals that we don't want to spend any time with whatsoever. So let me very quickly just run through and explain these different types of accounts. So first off, we have what we call selective investment accounts. So here you have a low, so at this end of the scale, a low relationship or poor relationship with the account, but there is lots of potential for new business. This is a somewhat decent account to go after. Next, we have the Holy Grail. We have the strategic accounts. These are the accounts that we really want to focus on as we're developing new key accounts. This is the Holy Grail. In these accounts, we have a good relationship with them and there's lots of potential for new income. Then we have what we call proactive maintenance accounts. So here we have decent relationship with them, but they're not going to drive lots of new revenue this year or this quarter. So we're banking on these individuals. These get us probably a third, 2/3 towards our target, but then we still need the strategic accounts to get us crushing our quota. And then finally we have, I'm going to scribble it out, the avoid these bastards at all costs accounts. You don't want to spend any time with them because we have very little relationship with them. And even if we did have a great relationship, well, there's very little potential for new business. So these people are going to waste your time. Avoid them at all costs. So to summarize this diagram that's got a little bit messy here as I've been scribbling over it, to find potential key accounts, just look through your lead data and find accounts that have the potential to generate lots of revenue. That's key factor number one. And then find accounts that you've got decent relationships with already. So you're not going to spend 5 years building the relationship to get the deal done. Lots of revenue and good relationships are the key fundamentals to quickly developing key accounts. So your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go through your lead data and uncover a couple of key accounts to target with your prospecting over the next few months and see if you can substantially increase your average deal size by just closing 1 or 2 of them. It really is that simple. When you get strategic about the accounts that you're prospecting, deals come in far bigger than ever before. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and why not click one of the videos on screen right now and continue your own sales education.